I've been a teacher for 15 years. I've encountered many children and or their parents that are, lack of a better word, odd. All the names have been changed, and I have not given any information that could lead back to my school. Even my screen name is a throwaway with a random name I thought was pretty. I'm gonna start off with Rylan. This little girl, just starting first grade. She came in on the first day wearing a purple jumper with yellow flowers, yellow tights, black shiny shoes, and her hair in two ponytails. At first, she was sweet. That was until Henry came over to me crying. I pulled him onto my lap. "What's wrong, little one?" "Rylan has a kitty head in her bag." I calmed him down and I got him focused on the blocks in the opposite corner from her. Then I went over to Rylan and asked to see her bag. She handed it to me with a smile on her face. I look inside and sure enough, it was a real cat head. I confiscated her bag and asked my assistant to watch the class. I walked Rylan down to the principal's office with her bag, and she ended up getting suspended for the rest of the week. Her parents pulled her out of school a few months later. The next student that I would like to share, his parents were just odd. George was a sweet boy that when investigated too far had a temper. He'd gotten angry when a little boy kept taking his crayons. He jumped on top of the kid and started screaming at him. I separated them and then took him to the principal's office. His parents came in. His mother was a definite witchy homeopathic mother. She immediately coddled her son, but the father kept staring at them with this scared, shocked look. I told him what happened. The mother spoke first. "My son would never do such a thing. That boy must have possessed my boy for him to have done something like that." The father spoke up. "He will be punished." The father seemed normal, almost horrified by his wife. And George's parents walked him out, with him held, cradled like a baby in his mother's arms. The last student that I'm going to talk about tonight is going to be Abby. Abby was the oddest so far. Daily, she drew pictures of a dark-colored creature that looked like a mix between a boar, a peacock, and a human. It's always next to her, and she would call it Yashmi. She also always wore dark clothing. She was 7 and in first grade, and always had her hair in 2 braids. When students played outside, she sat under the tree, talking to herself and mashing leaves and berries and dirt together. She ended up not showing up for school the following year. I heard her house caught on fire, and her parents didn't make it out, but they never found her body. They say that she saw little footprints leaving the yard. I have so many more, and some from my husband, who's an ER doctor. I want to see how this goes, and if enough people want to, then I'll tell some more of my stories.